This is the Artist Entrepreneur Podcast. We are your hosts, Amanda Ritchie, Noah Dock, and me, Kerry Wee. We're three artists brought together by the love of circus and dance. Amanda from the world of Cirque du Soleil as an aerial soloist. Noah, our academic, and me from the commercial dance world. This is one of the greatest jobs in the world, but it comes with uncertainty. Each episode contains insight on how to pursue art-based businesses. We'll have a variety of guests and have lively weekly Discord. Tune in every week to hear our perspectives on the minefield that is the artist's way of life. Test. Oh my God, we're live. Amanda Ritchie.
We're live.
Girl.
Hello.
We're live. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? How was your week?
Oh my goodness. It's a full ass life, but
Yeah?
I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm okay. I am getting a fitness for this schedule that I have,
Okay.
which is good because before when I didn't have that, I was dragging ass,
Yeah.
girl. I was dragging ass, yeah. So I'm less of my dragging ass and I'm just trying to I'm just married to my lists.
Okay.
If it's on a list, it gets done. If it's not on a list, it's forgotten.
Yeah.
There's zero chance that I'm going to remember that it even needed to happen. So everything goes on a list. But yeah, so I'm doing all the things. I'll just go into it.
Go into it.
By the time this comes out, we would have just passed the deadline for early bird for my Miami trip for the retreat, but you can still get in. It is not completely sold out, although we got a good chunk of people already who are signed up. And, I would love to have you, it's a week party in Miami and doing aerial.
I mean, who wouldn't want a week party in Miami doing aerial?
I know.
That's a no-brainer.
Who would want that?
Seriously.
So just doing that. There's been a lot going on at my work with the women on my team, like having major life events.
Oh.
And so I am teaching a lot of Pilates, mostly also like doing my own clients, but then also covering for other people.
Got it.
And meeting some really inspirational clients. People who have been deconditioned over motherhood and life, and they've decided to be brave and come back to a movement practice.
Mm-hmm.
And I get to be there for it, which is awesome.
Love that.
And then my students are getting ready for an April 17th recital, basically, but student showcase.
I love that. I love that so much.
Yeah, you know what they said to me?
What?
They're like, Kerry, what's our costume? What's the music? I was like, you act like I know.
Isn't it amazing?
You act like I have figured this out already. I mean, have you lost your mind?
Yeah.
They think I'm keeping it from them or something.
Yeah.
No.
They just get
That's not what is
so
happening.
excited.
I know.
Yeah.
They think that I have this figured out. But luckily, I don't believe that I need to have it figured out because what they need to have figured out is how to do the skills first that I'm putting together.
Exactly. And you have time.
That's before.
You have so much time. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And so I am going to, so it's on my list. I have to research music, and our theme is tarot cards. Tarot cards?
Ooh,
is that how you say it?
Tarot. Yeah, tarot.
Tarots. Yeah. So there's a lot of space in there. Dara Minkin has asked for there not to be any lyrics in the music.
Yeah, that's fair. That's totally
she's
fair.
asked for those vibes so that she doesn't have any Britney Spears music going on in the room,
totally
messing up
fair.
the vibes. So those are the things that are happening.
Cool.
You are in your calm before the storm, am I right?
Yeah, although all of March is a little bit stormy in a great way. I think that, well, I don't think it's under wraps. I don't know. But I'm doing Silk Stars challenge for April, and we're filming that in March.
Oh.
So I don't know if it's under. Nobody said anything to me about like, hey, this is confidential. So
No, I'm pretty sure because I've done it many times. I'm a regular there.
mhm.
Amanda Ritchie.
Yeah, I've done it once before,
think-
but that was a while ago.
I think as long as you're not giving away the goodies,
Oh, yeah.
the choreography. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that they were good on that. So like that's happening in March. I have my OC classes have their spring show. That's April 25th. And I'm going through the same thing of like, what's our
Yeah.
music? What's our costume? What is our character? And I'm like, yep. Yep. Mhm. Yeah, that's it. And so that's happening in OC. My comp girls are gearing up for Viva. So that's
Yes.
happening. That's happening soon in 3 weeks, I believe. And then Fire and Flight for me happens right after that. So
Oh, yes.
yeah, my schedule is going to be so I'm gone pretty much the last 2 weeks, Wednesday through Sunday, but then I go to the OC to teach pretty much Monday and Tuesday. I teach 16 hours in 2 days, so they're 2 8-hour days for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
how? How?
And I
How?
drive down to the OC Monday morning. I stay overnight, and then I drive back to Burbank Tuesday night when I'm done. And so
Wait, how are you stacking that many hours at one studio?
I don't.
Please tell me.
It's 2 studios. So I teach 3 hours.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I teach 3 hours at a studio in Aliza Viejo, and then I teach 5 hours at my studio in Huntington. And it's the same schedule Monday and Tuesday. So I teach 3 in the morning, 5 in the afternoon, evening. Yeah, so that's my Monday, Tuesday. So I continue Monday, Tuesday throughout March, but this last 2 weeks of March, I teach my 16 hours, and then I drive to Vegas. I teach 5 workshops plus judging. Come back on the Sunday, teach my 16-hour Monday, Tuesday, head out to the desert for Fire and Flight.
Yeah.
Back on Sunday, go right back to OC for my 16-hour Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, not like last year where you took a nice little desert couple days to hang out.
Right. So that's going to be a little bit rough. I might just turn my phone off for a couple of days after when April rolls around. Plus, schoolwork still has to get done somehow.
Yeah. So are you able to front load the schoolwork a little bit?
Some yes, some no. Like the assignments are given and opened up in certain time frames. Some classes it's open, some the whole time, others aren't. So, but that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And for me, what it would be on my mind, I don't know if it's on your mind, like keeping your nutrition up during that entire span of time. Do you struggle with that?
For Fire and Flight, sometimes I do. I mean, I don't know if you know me well enough, but I always have my emotional support water. I have my gallon water jug on me all the time. And in Fire and Flight, because we're out in the sun the whole time, like I just pick as much as I can. I never sit down and eat like an actual meal. Similar in Vegas too, but it's never been an issue for me, oddly enough. So I feel good about that. But yeah, it's just my mental, emotional, and physical body after March just needs a break.
I have a feeling we might not be seeing tons of Amanda in March, but it's okay. We're getting this, and maybe. I mean, this is better than nothing. At least we got this. There was a picture that I took of the judges' tables at Sky Dancer. And the 2 tables that were crisp, sparkling clean were everybody else's, and me and Diva Dari.
Oh, I love Dari.
We just had layers of snacks on paper plates.
Nice. As you should. Yeah.
Yes. So a little bit of the lunch that we didn't finish, and like some candy and some oranges and a couple of grapes, Yeah. So I'm a super grazer. I love grazing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Amanda, what advice would you have for other people, other freelancers who get into weeks like this where they have no choice
Yeah.
and they just hit it hard. Do you have any advice?
I mean, I think we all kind of operate similarly. I feel, I might just be speculating, but when we have like weeks that are like this, you don't even think about it. Like if you spend time and you think about it, you're doomed. If you just like power through and go, and then let your body kind of carry you through it, and then when you're done, you collapse. That's when like the self-care and all of that has to come into play. Like treat your body right after the fact. But like when you're in it, you just go. I don't have any like tips or tricks that I do. I'm just like, I can't think of anything else. You were talking about your like lists of things. I have my, okay, I got to do this, 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 this. I check those off, and then hopefully I sleep. And I wake up and it's like, okay, I got to do this, 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 this. If I like take a minute and I sit and I actually think about what I'm doing or where I got to go and how much time, I get paralyzed and then I don't function. So it's not advice, but I feel like everybody who operates on a tight schedule like that is similar, especially because it's not like a sustained thing. It's a seasonal thing. It's just 2 weeks, you know?
Yes.
So
yes,
it's fine. I can do 2 weeks of really back-to-back crammed hard of things because I know that there's an end date. There's a time where I can rest. It's not like this is my all day every day, you know?
I have a logistical question.
Yeah.
Do you always, knowing that you have this, do you always extend your taxes?
This is the first year I actually have to extend my taxes.
Okay.
I am usually on it. I book and this year I did too. I booked my appointment when I got back from Europe to set up for February, but I had to reschedule that for later in May because none of my W-2 tax information from all of my people would arrive in time, which was frustrating.
Got it.
Yeah, but I'm usually on it. I don't like to extend. I don't like to wait. This year I had to, because the only appointment that they had after I had already made my appointment for February was May, which sucked.
Oh, because they were already starting to fill up.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, so that sucks.
Right.
But yeah, but you know, there's no penalty to it as long as you file your extension. You're good.
Well, can I tell you what's happening right now, which is really making me think hard about doing this again?
Yeah.
Is that the IRS got it wrong, and they're telling me that I owe for late taxes because they never got the extension. But my tax person, their office does all the things to make sure that, you know, it's like the mail's insured, like we have paper documents of all that extension. So now I have to go through the appeals process. I'm like, oh my God, is this even worth it? So I might this year be just doing my best. Like this weekend, actually, I was supposed to go to Houston to teach at Kai Circus. We've decided to postpone.
Okay.
So I might do my taxes, like get a big chunk of it done this weekend. And then, and I just connected with Dallas Circus Center. And I'm teaching a workshop there on a Sunday in April. I'll get you guys the details for that as well.
Nice.
So we're kind of just doing all this. I have to say that when I listen to your schedule about teaching that much aerial, I'm like, oh my God. But then I think about it, like when I'm at full pace at Lifetime, I'll be teaching 6 sessions a day there.
Yeah.
5 days a week. And then I go into my other studio 3 days a week. So, and then I do all of this stuff outside of that. You know, the podcast producing, the getting my little herding cats. Noah's one cat and Amanda's the other.
That's like the most frustrating part of the podcast, of that being like a job. It's like getting
us scheduling ourselves.
Yeah, that's the hardest part. That's like, most frustrating.
You know, I was so hopeful at the beginning of this year. I was like, I'm hoping to get us on the same time every week. And then, of course, there's just no fucking way.
life
with
especially for
I'm the most regular, but I'm not even that regular with my schedule. So,
pretty fun.
but I love that the siblings of this podcast make an effort as much as possible to get together. Does your trip to Europe feel like 1,000 years ago?
Oh my God, it feels like I don't even remember it, which is heartbreaking.
Yeah.
It's so heartbreaking to me. I'm like, I want to go back. Yeah, but that's okay. We're gonna take a trip in June to the Grand Tetons, and we're gonna do Mount Rushmore and like all of that area, which is really nice for my birthday. And then we're talking about going to Hawaii for Kevin's birthday. So I there's light at the tunnel. Like I have those two things to look forward to. So I'm like, okay, cool, we're good. You know?
Yeah, so good.
Yeah.
Okay, so Amanda, do you have anything on your mind that's come up recently that might be a topic for today? By any chance? Anything in your mind?
You know, the only thing that because you had said, and it's not a topic of, I don't think that would fit, or it could even be extended into a topic, but when you said that you had inspiring people, I have a student who celebrated her 80th birthday this week. And holy hell balls, she's in class with like everybody else who is 20 years her junior doing the exact same thing. Pull-ups, inverts, combos, like nothing. I'm like, what is your secret? Like, and she's not somebody that grew up doing this type of thing. She also does pole too. And I was like, please just direct me into what it is in your psyche, in your physical body, in your spirit that like you're able to do all of this and like take it on the chin like everybody else. And I'm like, that's incredible, you know?
That is so impressive in a couple ways. Now, if you and I make it to 80 years old, also deep into our practices in the air, I will be very impressed.
Same.
But for somebody who didn't have all of that muscle memory going into it, like when did she start?
I don't know. I didn't dive too deep into her story, but she started maybe 10 years ago, which put her at 70.
In her 70, yeah.
You know? But she'd been active her whole life, not with this type of stuff, but you know, and she like goes out, she goes to concerts, she goes out with friends, she goes out on dates, like who are you?
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. I have my own bestie who's 94.
What?
Her name's Sammy. She's my new bestie.
I love it.
She gives me relationship advice, even though her partner, you know, passed away some time ago, but she gives me like old school, like great grandmother advice.
I love
She has increased her, not maintained, increased her strength since I've met her, which is only 2 months.
Wow.
And her mobility.
Yeah.
She is doing like, we train the stairs, like the stairs in the gym. Not the stair machine, just the stairs. Right.
Walking up and down the stairs.
And walking up and down the stairs. And when I first had her, she would like have to stop halfway, hands gripping the thing, you know, and you got to give her credit because she could take the elevator. Right?
Yeah,
but she chooses not to.
Yeah.
She can now walk up those stairs without holding onto the railings.
Wow.
I know. And I'm like, what?
It's never too late. And I think back to like the time when I was like 20s, I was so hard on myself for like any little imperfection, you know, and I look at these people and I'm like, it's not too late. It's never too late. Like you can do amazing things when you're pushing 100 even. Like what?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
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 And her friends, of course, she's got friends who just can barely get out of their off their couch because they can't, you know, they're not doing this functional movement. You know what? I'm looking at my list of potential topics that we, you know, my in-house list, and there's one that we never talked about that I feel like really like ties into what we're talking about, which is shooting shots. And shooting shots / miss, you know, you miss all the shots you don't take. So I have to say that my assistant, Ren, her name's Catherine, she started working with me and now she's assisting me. And since I have met her and I have been just in her life, she has decided on her own to take a bazillion shots.
Love it.
Whatever that courage came from or wherever those ideas came from, she just decided, fuck it. I am putting myself out there for every opportunity that I have interest in. And I'm saying yes. And there are times in your career where you have to say yes to everything. And there's times in your career that you need to say no to a lot of things. But what always kind of comes up for me when I talk to young artists or entrepreneurs that, you know, kind of ask advice of like, how do I get on the road to where I need to go? And it has to be shooting shots, because the thing is that if you play this numbers game, right? If you take part in 2 opportunities, your max payoff is 2 wins. That's the highest ish, you know, like unless something crazy happens and somebody offers you 2 opportunities for the price of 1, your max is 2. But if you put yourself out there for 100 things, your max, like your number is going to be somewhere in there.
Yep. Oh, 100%.
I mean, how did you over time get all the jobs that you have now? Like, can you think about that process? Yeah. Like after you left Cirque du Soleil, well, and also that you said in a prior podcast that you just went to every casting door and knocked on it and put your paper in there, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing after, you know, you being a professional teacher. Do you have any thoughts on that process for yourself? Like if you think back.
Yeah. After Cirque, when I moved to LA, I mean, so I lived in, where did I live? I lived in North Hollywood when I first moved to LA. And I really wanted to do the whole acting thing. So I would go to acting school in Santa Monica. And I wasn't working my first like few months of living here. And so I would walk along the beach and I came across TSNY. And I was like, So I went in and I was like, hey, I'm looking for a job. Do you guys do aerial? Can I maybe do a demo class for you? See how I, do things. I did a demo class and then they hired me on the spot. And I stayed there for a year. And then I kept meeting people and doing things. Like I remember I taught in Montebello, which is a city that I don't even remember where it is. It's southeast, I believe, of LA. And I taught dance, which I hadn't taught dance in maybe 20 years at that point. But it was work. It was just something that I was able to grab a hold of. And I think I found that job on Craigslist even. And so like little random things, like I'm also the person that if I have free time in my schedule, I need to fill it with something that can make money on. I need to fill it with work. I need to fill it with something, training, work, whatever. So free time in my schedule doesn't bode well with me. And if I have free time in my schedule, I'm looking on StageLink, I'm looking on auditions, I'm looking on all of those things. And that's how I found primarily my first like 3 or 4 teaching gigs when I moved to LA. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. You know what? I feel like is a good piece of advice for people who are starting in an artistic career. You got to get your pacing up.
Yeah.
The pace of your day, the pace of your life. And not to say that you can't rest, because you have to rest.
Yeah.
But like, there's not a lot of putzing around.
No.
You know what I'm saying? There shouldn't be a lot of putzing around. Like get on top of your shit.
Yeah.
Whether it's a lot of things like my friend Jeremy, who's been on this podcast because he works for HBO as creative head of their marketing. And he would always say to me, because we're both freelancers, And we lived in the same complex. That's how we knew each other. And he would always be just shocked that by the time he got to his car in the morning, because we both didn't have jobs, right?
Yeah.
I would be gone.
Yeah.
Like I would be at a yoga class at 7:30 already.
Yeah.
So it's this like, you put yourself on that train and then you just put yourself on the train.
And you got to go it. Yeah. I remember when I was in Vegas and I was still in Cirque. And I had made the decision I had already bought a house in LA and I had made the decision to move to LA, but I was still performing. I was still under contract. I drove to LA for an audition and then I had to turn around and drive right back. Like I made it within like 10 minutes of my audition. I did the audition and then I got in my car and I drove back to Vegas to make it in time for my first show that night. Because that's what I wanted. That's what I had set my sights on, so, and it was an opportunity that wasn't going to happen again. I ended up getting a call back, but I couldn't go because I was performing, which sucked. But I was so proud of myself for getting myself to that audition in the time that it took and booking a call back. So even though I wasn't able to take that job or to even, do that second audition, that proved to myself that like, I can do this. Like I can do things if I just put the effort behind it, So I think that's really important. If you're willing to put the effort behind it, like you're going to be okay.
Yeah. And that kind of comes like I think about the passion that it takes to be an entrepreneur and then even more to be an artist entrepreneur. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's a really good weeding out for yourself. Like if you're in the beginning of this process and you find that that your passion can't really turn into a pace mm-hmm. and that you don't want to go at that rate, mm-hmm. it might not be the best thing for you.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. What do you think? Do you feel like if you don't like that, there's a good chance that, I think about all three of us and all three of us function like that.
Yeah. Oh, completely. Well, I will say like now that I'm older, my hustle has gotten a little bit less in the sense of, okay. Yeah. In the sense of I'm not putting myself out there and like scouring and hustling for work. Like if people ask me to do a gig here and there, I'll take it. I will always say yes if my schedule permits me to. But I'm not going out there, printing out resumes and looking for things. Well,
it sounds like same as me. Yeah. My hustle hasn't actually, I don't agree that your hustle is less. I think that your hustle has evolved.
Maybe. I like that turn of phrase a little bit better. Yeah. Plus I'm not performing like the hustle I don't feel like I'm hustling. I feel like I'm just in my flow state. I'm in my work state. Like I have my work, whatever comes to me is a complete byproduct that I've done years and years prior in my life.
Yes.
So I don't feel that it's a hustle. I feel like it's the byproduct of all of that work years prior.
Yes. Well, at the beginning of the year, my other friend with Greener Grass, my co-host, she always likes to pick a word mm-hmm. that kind of like symbolizes where she is in her life at that time. Mm-hmm. And she likes to do it at New Year's. And the year before I had chosen abundance because I was like, I need this money to start turning. Mm-hmm. Let's go.
I love money.
And then this year, this year I had already started at Lifetime and that was starting to come, like I was starting to like, okay, I can breathe. I've got a check coming every week from one place. I get a check from every month coming from another place. I got workshops, this weekend and the other weekend, and it starts to feel like I can breathe a little bit.
Yeah.
And so my word this year, I didn't talk about it on this podcast, but I chose the word magnetic.
Ooh, good word. Yes.
Because I want it. I want all the fruit that I've planted.
Yep.
All the seeds that I've planted to come to me if they need my service.
Yeah.
I don't want to say yes to everything.
Yeah.
I don't want to be churning money. I want to be making money, but I want the right people to find me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Via all of the things that I've already done to get that, like, you know, the social media, all the things that we do that we talk about all the time.
Yeah.
And then on the micro level at this one place called Lifetime, I want them to find me, and somehow, you know, through your relationships there with the people there, they know somebody, work with Kerry. I got a couple like of these older Asian women that just want to hang out with me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Hi, B.
When are you done?
I know, I'm doing 2 in a row. Does it feel long? You want to say hi to Amanda?
Oh.
I know. Are you getting so tired of mommy not being in the living room with you?
Mommy, are you done yet?
Almost, like 5 minutes, please, only.
No.
Oh, la la.
3 minutes.
3 minutes? What would you like to do when I'm done? Because I have the rest of the night for you.
Play with me.
You want to play? Okay, we can go to your room. Can you just give me like 5 minutes? And Amanda has to go anyway soon.
Good.
Oh,
I feel like
I need my attention.
you need mommy's attention?
I need
feel-
baby attention.
you know, as it should be. Yes.
We're almost done. But anyway, so
We're not done yet.
I kind of feel like it's evolved for me. You know, Noah's been finding his mix because he's left that job, and it allowed him to find, you know, to you know, it's like when you're adding ingredients to your you know, cake mix. You're like, oh, okay, since I'm not doing all of this, what else can I do?
Yeah.
And but I have to say, for this part of my life, and it won't always be the case, the stability of the paycheck that I get from Lifetime is much more important than the freedom that I've needed in the past when it comes to the freedom in my schedule.
Yeah. I get that.
So it's a different era because, you know, she's in school. I already don't have that freedom.
Right.
So it's like, all right, what are we going to do with the structure of time?
Right. Different priorities. Yeah.
Different priorities. And yeah, you guys listening out there, like if you feel like there is a goal that you haven't gotten to, you don't really know how to get there specifically. I mean, I feel like you just like find things that are in the vicinity of what you're interested in, and then take shots, because also it's not just like the opportunity. You're going to meet somebody and it's going to answer a question.
Yeah, exactly. Or that some person that you're going to meet is going to introduce you to other people who will then fulfill whatever it is that you need. Like you would never know. So you might as well put yourself out there.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you're nervous to do it, or if you have worries or stress or anxiety about it, you know what I like to say to myself when I was like really like dealing with anxiety? It's weird. Action absorbs anxiety. If you do something, it brings your anxiety down.
Yeah, I like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Number 2, that helps me. I tell myself, this doesn't have to bother me right now. It can bother me. I can let myself worry about it at 8 o'clock tonight. Tomorrow at 2 o'clock. I can free myself of it for a short amount of time, even though like my mind couldn't get, like I have to give I give myself a little permission structure to worry about it at a particular time the next day.
Yeah.
And then of course what happens is
you forget about it.
You don't worry about it the next, exactly.
Yeah. You forget about it. Yeah, exactly.
You do. Okay, Amanda, this has been lovely. Bean was like, get off the phone, but I think we've done it.
Cool. I like it. I'll be available for the next couple weeks, but the last 2 weeks in March, probably not. So, but
okay,
we'll hopefully get you and Noah at the same time next week, potentially.
I would love that.
Yay.
Okay, Amanda, have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too. Okay, bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you so much for tuning in. You can find Amanda Ritchie at Grounded in Flight on Instagram, and add Noah Doc on Instagram, as well as a Red Flags app. And me, Kerry Wee, you can find at wrapyourheadaroundsilks.com. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. We have so much more coming at you, including guests that are in this art world that are blazing their way through new businesses, and, you know, just more banter from us. Thank you for listening. This is The Artist Entrepreneur.